I'm Becky Jennings, and I'm a former student here at the Combat Company, Richmond Martial Arts, and I do kickboxing. Yes, I've been competing for about 4 years, and more recently to date won my 3rd World Championship for the WKAs, which was great. Been doing that for the last couple of years now, along with other various titles like British Championship, Fight Nights, Women's Battles. It's, you know, kind of taken a spiral into finishing off with the World Championships, really. I thought, this is the thing that happens to other people and not me. So it didn't feel quite real, but it was, and I did win it, and I won it on good merit. And it was just a very surreal feeling, and a lot of people say that, but honestly, this is stuff that happens to other people, not me. So yeah, I was really pleased. First one, really pleased. It's the winning again and again, which is the real hard work. Definitely. Movement. Definitely my movement. I come from a dancing background, so that translates a lot into sparring. So a lot of people like to go forward and back. I like to use every single angle I can, all the ring space, move, dance around the ring if you like. Definitely like to float, and I think that helps to just put me ahead in competitions. And fitness. Fitness is key. Yeah, it is just because the both are quite extreme. But I started with a dancing background, so it's always been there in my life, and I guess that translates well into martial arts. There's certain elements of it that I've always used, like from coordination to moving. So, and also I've always been quite open-minded. So I think having lots of variables, growing up trying different things has always helped. And with it being open-minded, you try to do these things and you think, oh, actually, that kind of works. And that's why it's always stuck with me. And I do enjoy it, the dancing side. It's fun. It's something that I will stop and look back on and think, well, you know what? I tried it, along with probably the martial arts as well. But I'm in no rush to stop that. Yeah, not yet. Yeah, so in the reference to exotic dancing, yeah, that's something I've been doing and I have done, and that's very comparative, I guess, to the martial arts, because I have to be very feminine, soft, and a completely different person, whereas roughhousing it in martial arts is another kind of character I adopt. So yeah, it's extreme. It is extreme, but the balance is there somehow. Weird enough, I don't know what that says about me, but you know, got to try the different variables, I guess. I was really curious. Where I've always done dancing, and across the board, from dancing in clubs to street, the ballet, I kind of grew a little bit tired of it, and I wanted to try something else. And martial arts came about when I was out, and I saw a group of kickboxers, and I could see something emblazoned on the back of their tops saying what they were doing, and I just thought, you know, I've never considered that. Why not? Even if I don't like it, just have to try it. And it was literally the curiosity, I just wanted to try it. And first class in, and I just knew straight away. That was what, 4.5 years ago? I started that. I managed to reconcile the both, because it's part of martial arts, and it's going to happen, but I just cover up with lots of makeup and then just put on a good show. It's happened before, black eyes. It's not really something you can get out of. It's just, hey, and if anybody asks, I just say. It happened with fighting. It's, you know, no way of really reconciling it. It's part of it, I'm afraid, in a good way. I think martial arts is much harder. You know, there's an element of risk. But, you know, being a dancer, you just, an exotic one, it exposes you to different things and perspective, definitely. But in regards to the martial arts, I wouldn't say it was easier. You know, it's challenging just as much as the exotic dancing can be as well. You know, trying new things, like I say, and there's an element of risk physically, hopefully not mentally. You know, how I'm going to look at the end of it, you know, and where it's going to go. How people take it as well, you know, in regards to the martial arts. Actually with both the dancing and the martial arts, I've had very mixed reactions with both. So it's always kind of, you know, element of risk as well there. But I don't let that sway me either way. Oh yeah, yeah, I do actually. I'm not actually joking. I do work the martial arts into that. It helps because of make sure you're strong. So it can round you as a dancer, especially with doing pole work. It can really help. It gets in there a few high kicks, you know, as part of stage performance. So people can look and think, oh, what did she do? Oh, okay. And now it's just like where I used to dance. It was common knowledge that. Yeah, kickboxer, stroke dancer, and it would come out in my performance on stage, you know, which I thought was quite entertaining. Again. How I got into boxing was actually through a friend of mine who suggested about just giving it a go alongside the kickboxing, not to take away from that. And I never really thought about giving it a go, but I enjoyed that just as much as the kickboxing. It definitely brings in a lot of elements that I can use with my fighting and my training. And surely enough, that was about a good 2 years ago almost. And you know, women's boxing is very lean on the ground, and an opportunity to fight has come up. And even if this is the one and only fight that I really do, I would like to go ahead with that and see how I fare, what it's like. You know, completely new arena for me. No matter how many kickboxing fights I've had, this will be a fight. And to know where my weaknesses and strengths are, and if this is for me, if I do pursue it or go ahead with it, or just keep it as an extra with the kickboxing. If anyone inspired me, until I started kickboxing, there was no real person or role model that kind of jumped out at me. I have, you know, now I have my favourites because I understand the sport, and I think when you fight and train hard in it, you appreciate those who reach the top. So like your Bruce Lees, I'm quite a fan of Becky Jennings, I think he's fantastic. Muhammad Ali as well, fantastic fighter. I'd love to fight like him when I grow up. You know, but in regards to like family, apart from my granddad who did judo, there was no real kind of, it wasn't something I grew up on. So for years, it was always an unknown entity to me. So it's only now I know a few more names and I can really like think, yeah, that person is a real inspiration. Because they were martial artists, like the way Bruce Lee trained, hours and ended on a day, just is, I can't even fathom that. Crazy.